Okay, welcome back to Geezer on the Go. We're on season 2, and I'm just waiting for the tide to go down. Seafoam's all ready, all cleaned up. I'll be departing in another half hour. They're just taking their time to give us lots of quarter, lots of headroom under the bridge. Okay, we got the boat all painted up, cleaned and painted. We're sitting at 13 feet now to the bottom here, depth. And that should allow me about a foot clearance on the bridge. But I'm killing some time here and taking some videos to give us some extra footage. Usually I clear by about a foot. I'll have to take down the antenna, of course. Got the Starlink antenna facing upward. Get good transmission. And there's my VHF antenna. That's got to come down. We painted all the house and the walls crystal white. Oh, there's my neighbor, Matthew. How's she going there, Matthew?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. Season 2 starting.
Oh, you're getting ready to head?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking off any minute now.
Oh, really? Oh, excellent. Good stuff.
Okay. We're just about ready to go. Let's check out the Matthew's a good guy. Hopefully they'll have a good summer. And we're still sitting at 13, which is still the borderline. We're going to wait a while. Just take my time getting out of here. Okay, we're at the back deck right now. There's my freezer. It's packed full of frozen meats and goodies. Spent $1,000 on frozen stuff that my wife, Carol Ann, bought for me, and we packed it right up to the hilt. That should last me the whole summer, really. Let's see what happens. Down below here, I've opened up the hatch, and you see a couple of scuba tanks down there. That's because there's a compressor, a breathing air compressor down here. There's my compressor. And some ropes. You can see a fan. I use my fan for ventilation to cool that compressor down so she doesn't get too hot. And we just filled the tanks up here. And I run my compressor off this generator right here. So there's a 5,000 watt Northern Lights generator. Of course, it's got fuel filtration on there. And then there's my water strainer. A couple of hoses and storage stuff. This strainer here, by the way, is for my water maker. In fact, maybe we should have a tour of the water maker. We'll give that a shot. Okay, here we are in the Galley, and this is where the water maker is located. It's the only spot I can find room for. You can see there's the main compressor. It's basically high pressure spray washer, high pressure washer, and we got our main. These are this is your main filter in here. I got a secondary filter up towards in between here and the strainer, and there's your reverse osmosis filters. That's what separates the saline from the water to make fresh water. And then my lines come over. And here's the control panel for it. And that's how we start it up. And we've got the fresh water going into the tank. That white line right here. That's going to the tank. Fills up my my fresh water tank. Okay, here's the galley of the sea foam. Up above here we have dishes. Up here, storage up above here. And we got some pottery. Put the light on here. Some utensils hanging from a paint can. It's a propane stove, so we don't have to run the generator to cook. We do have to run the generator for the microwave. And garbage, we just hang it right from the wall here. One bag is for compost, which we dump in the water periodically, and the other one's dry goods, stuff that's not compostable, won't rot and stink, and then we put that in a garbage bag at the back. Okay, and now we'll back it up here. We've got the our fridge right here. Inside, it's quite deep. Got lots of stuff, lots of room. Runs off 12-volt battery at all times. So it's basically 12 volts straight up, not 120. The compressor's inside here, and this compartment, and this guy right here. You can see it's running right now, and it's blowing air into the other compartment. The cool warm air is fan blown into this bench seat. And then we have other storage in here as well too. Okay, we're in the pile house now. It's a little junky in here. I got my drone set up here in bags. They're soft bags. They ain't gonna go anywhere. Looks pretty loaded up here, but nothing slides off in the sea. In a rough sea, there's the control station, and down below from the pile house is the forward berth. Let's go down below. Take a look. And right on this door is the head. Electric toilet. By the way, the heat's it's all heated up with the furnace. And also Right next to it is the shower. So we have a separate compartment for a shower. And I got my pants drying in here because we got heat on board. Heat blowing in from my furnace. And that's dry. That was soaking wet yesterday. She's bone dry now. It's time to give it a shake. And down to the next compartment, into the salon. We're down below here, so we got 3 levels. Here's a tour of the top side of Seafoam. As you can see, I got my kayaks stored up top. I get up there and pick them up and slide them down through this gangway here. These are my storage boxes. Propane here. Spare gas. Got shoreline. We got prawn buckets. Prawn line for 2 traps. We got solar panels. We got the short range radio. Second radio, that's a radar reflector. More storage boxes over here. I've got my crab trap and 2 prawn traps. And of course, there's the radar. That's my flag kite on the main radio antenna, which is a big boy. Okay, let's try out a engine room tour. Let's see if I can get in here without falling with one hand. Okay. There's the single engine. It's a Cummins, 220 horse. You find them in truck engines and trucks. They're basically a basic truck engine. And here is some terminal blocks here for the, on the right hand side is the 120 volts, and the left hand 2 columns are 12 volts. And we've got a battery charger there. I just bought this battery charger for my lithium batteries, 60 ampere. And we've got fuel filters right there. And a port tank, fuel tank. And right here in front of us is the Cabola furnace, which heats the boat up. Let's see if I can bring it around here. And by the way, those we have tubes, transparent tubes for measuring the fuel level. I got the same thing on the other side here as well. And you can see the fuel levels were right here right now. You see those little quarter turn valves right there. There's 2 right there and 2 there. You can shut those off and on to switch tanks. You can choose which tank to return fuel to or to take fuel from. Down below here, we got a work light right here. That's just stowed right there. I can put that on, plug it in. whenever I want to work down here. And that is the water pump. And down below, down to the side here is the hot water tank, stainless steel tank with foam insulation that I can replace. Or doesn't look too good, but it works very well. And right there is a smoke detector, just in case there's some smoke down here. That alarm will go off. And down below, right there, back over this section here, is one of two battery compartments. There's one over there. That's the first one. There's one astern. And they've got 6 12-volt lithium batteries. In fact, I think you can see the other one right here in the back. And that right there is my exhaust pipe going out. And there's the exhaust for the this one right there is the exhaust for the furnace. And actually right above here is the manifold for all the glycol that gets circulated throughout the whole boat. Glycol heaters. So I can isolate, if I get a leak, I can isolate that area and continue on. Okay, I think that's about it. I got my just one alternator here. There's my alternator that it's performing pretty good. It's got a good fan. I finally got one. Puts over 125 amps. And those lithium batteries take a lot of current, so I got to watch it. As soon as it gets up to a high voltage, I call it the hockey stick voltage, I got to shut it off. I don't have a fancy regulator suitable for lithium batteries. So we're just making do with this great alternator that puts out big time amps, so that I don't have to run my generator so much. All right, that ends the tour of the engine room. Okay, here we are at the dock. There's our spot right here in the dock. And we're going to go down the river. Down this river. Around the elbow. What do they call it? Stevenson Bend? Something like that. And as I said, we're going to head for Smugglers. The Smugglers is just up here around Mary Island. Through this little passageway. And then here's Smugglers right here. I'm going to hold out there for a couple of days, do a little bit of hiking around here, and I'll probably tie up to one of these rings. few boats coming by. There's a guy that tried his fishing. Ooh, I see there's some logs in the water too. Watch out for that, it's the odd one. We're doing about 10 knots right now. Hit the bush. Probably about 3.5 knots in the river at this time. Looking pretty good. You can see the current on that red marker. Hopefully we got a good view of that. Okay, it's time to leave Smugglers. Here we are here, and we got a long trip ahead of us for today. We're going to be heading north in the latitude of Desolation Sound, past Texada Island, and on the way there, I did see some sea lions, and that one's across from this island. It's got a different name on it, native name now, but it used to be Hardwood. We're going to be visiting this island here called Vivian Island on the way, gets on the way there, and to see some sea lions. That's a video coming up, and we will be visiting this little inlet here called Van Donop Inlet, and our precise anchorage will be Mud Bay. It's not listed, that's a locally named Mud Bay. Looks like some good anchorage there, and we're going to try some diving in the Penn Islands, which is just outside here. So that's about 8.5 hours, 62 kilometers. Right beside Harwood Island. And I spotted these guys with my binoculars. Sea lion rookery. Keeps the boredom away. Not getting too close. Don't disturb the peace. Alright, time to be underway. Nobody jumped in the water. That's good. Good news. Don't want to crush those babies. Penn Islands. I was able to get into the water scuba diving. It was a wet dive, leaky wrists. I was going to dive out here to the cliff. I had equipment malfunctioned. My dive computer wasn't showing depth. I think it's battery replacement required. It's got the low bat sign on it. I do have a spare battery. What else went wrong? My GoPro. I took some pictures, some videos, but then it just gave up, didn't work anymore. That could be a bad battery too, but I did charge it up. When I was able to get in the water, I use this little contraption to get in and out of my suit with the zipper. I just finished flying the drone, and it's time to get out. You guys may notice that I'm kind of anchored real close to this little rock here, but I'm stuck in there good, so I figured I'd just leave it. I was going to re-anchor, but I couldn't get the damn thing out. While I was diving, I see it's in a hole, so all I got to do is get on top of it, and should come up. Alrighty. Dive plan, semi-fail, semi-pass. Next episode, we're going to go to Big Bay and watch some tidal current. And then to Glendale Bay and Night Inlet to see the grizzlies.